Howdy y'all, this is your boy OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you guys with another NASCAR Diecast review. And actually this diecast has been sold out everywhere, but you can find the metal chassis version of this car and maybe at any other diecast stores, including GP Diecast. If you guys saw my haul video, you probably know what I'm about to talk about. But it is on J.J. Yeley's 2021 Arrowhead. No, not Kansas City Arrowhead, but this is actually a sponsorship Arrowhead that he drove at the Talladega race. And yeah, there is a nice little interesting story to talk about this car very soon, especially anybody who is a fan of Jennifer Jo Cobb. We'll probably get to that, controversial story in a second. But man, I can't believe that. So we got ourselves one of the Rick Rare Racing cars in our hands, and we do got another one coming out very soon with the Garrett Smithley 53. But man, definitely is a good year to be to get some Rick Rare Racing diecast, because this is really cool and I am just as excited as you guys are. Like I said, this car has been selling out everywhere, so let's go and kick off this diecast review, the official unboxing of J.J. Yeley's 2021 Arrowhead car. And alrighty guys, we got this diecast out box, and man, I cannot believe this, man. We got ourselves a J.J. Yeley 164. That is pretty damn cool, man. I mean, I think the last few times we've had a J.J. Yeley car was probably all the way back with his, you guys remember the Tommy Baldwin Racing number 36 Golden Corral car? Yeah, that was actually produced in a 164 scale, so it has been quite, I guess you could say, a while for J.J. Yeley to get another 164 scale diecast release. But definitely this one has really been hot in the market. And look at this thing, guys. This thing has a working suspension, so nice job. But yeah, Arrowhead, you see right there, I guess this is actually Arrowhead Brass. I believe that they are actually not the football stadium like I just mentioned for Kansas City Chiefs. But that's kind of funny though, Arrowhead. But I believe that they are like a manufacturer, I guess, for that has something to do with plumbing and irrigation systems. So that's pretty cool. So I guess anybody there who's a big fan of plumbing, I guess you'll probably like this car. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. You got it's got a nice patriotic colors in the background, so definitely looks really cool. I believe he drove this at the first Talladega race, but I think I don't know if he drove this in any other races. But as you guys know, J.J. Yeley was not the original driver of this car. You probably already heard about the news that happened last year that Jennifer Jo Cobb was going to make her Cup Series debut in this car. And, NASCAR had everything approved for her and such. But then I guess since she hasn't been racing in like I said, this was her Cup Series debut. Basically, from what I heard is basically that NASCAR had to pre-approve her and she did not pass. And unfortunately, she was not allowed to drive this car due to performance abilities and experience. But she is quite an experienced driver in the truck series, and I think she even made some starts in the Xfinity series too. But would have been cool. It would have been really cool because we don't have an actual woman driving in the major cup level. I mean, we did with Danica, but we saw how that turned out. But I'm not saying Jennifer Jo Cobb was going to go out there and win races and such. I mean, she probably would have had a good top 30-ish car or so. But NASCAR didn't approve her because they didn't think she was appropriate to be in the Cup Series. But then again, they had guys like Derek Cope raced. Remember what happened? What Derek Cope nearly almost killed the whole field at the 2021 Daytona Clash. You guys remember that stuff? How slow he was, and he nearly just caused a huge accident because he was just going so slow and he was like off the pace like it was nothing. I mean, good lord. It was bad. It was so bad to the point where it was really dangerous. And then what was it? Bill Lester. I mean, he made a truck series. He made his return to the truck series, like a year ago or so, and he hasn't raced in a while. And heck, NASCAR, didn't give him the cold shoulder on that. They said yes. I don't know why they decided to not let Jennifer Jo Cobb race. I mean, what's the worst she could have done? I mean, I know she's very inconsistent, but I think NASCAR was not consistent in their rules when it came to this. But I mean, they had to go to better options, and J.J. Yeley was out in the open market. I mean, he made like 2 starts already this year, which weren't too spectacular in any way, shape, or form. I mean, he's been kind of going around. He's been, kind of a free agent when it comes to driving for teams, but he's been mostly going into these smaller teams now because we've seen what J.J. Yeley has done, and he hasn't really done quote-unquote jack shit. I think he probably should stick to open wheel racing in my opinion, but we do got a slanted windshield, so that's pretty unfortunate quality control we got right there from Lionel. But I'm very thankful to have this car, guys, and if you guys could find this car anywhere, especially if you guys were at Daytona, I think they had a few of these left in stock. Get it while you can because it is definitely selling. It's probably I think one of the hottest selling diecast for the 164 scale. in terms of right now, along with the Corey LaJoy Built Bar car. But I really do like the paint scheme though. This paint scheme looks really cool. It's got a nice little swoosh, kind of like a pity swoosh. But and then you got like, I don't know, just very random swooshes and very nice jagged edges, and just, I don't know, it looks really cool. And then you got the Arrowhead logo, which looks really nice. I just like this. I mean, this car pretty much almost looks like an unsponsored car if you take away the Arrowhead sponsorship. It pretty much looks, because there's no sponsors anywhere else. There was going to be Jennifer Jo Cobb sponsor right here, but sadly, she couldn't run this car. As far as I know, I don't think JJ Yeley ran good in this car, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it is a Rick Rare Racing car. It is Talladega. I mean, who knows what happened, but, Rick Rare Racing was well known as, the team that's not been doing too well, but maybe they might be on a rise this year since, they got the partnership now with Stewart Haas Racing. So maybe those Fords will actually find some speed and get something done. But for now, I mean, we'll just, we'll see how things will go. But at least we got a diecast, man. I mean, I did not think we were going to get a Rick Rare Racing diecast. We even got a Rick Rare Racing diecast for the IndyCar series too, with Romain Grosjean. So definitely 2021 was definitely a great year for a lot of small teams, and Rick Rare Racing was one of them. And heck, all thanks to you guys. You guys were able to pre-order this car, and it ended up making MOQ. And I'm sure all the folks at Arrowhead, the folks at Arrowhead Brass definitely are really excited. I believe that they also bought a handful of these as well, because they got some DMs from one of the head guys at Arrowhead, and yeah, I mean, they were very excited that they actually got a diecast of this car, so maybe they had some help with it too. But really cool, man. It just shows you how important pre-ordering is. But I absolutely do love this 15, man. It's so cool to have the 15 car. I mean, the 15 is such an iconic number in the Cup Series with, so many great drivers. But yeah, JJ Yeley carried on this number 15, and yeah, this car is cool. I do like the nice red, white, and blue patrioticness we got going on. I mean, definitely looks cool. I would absolutely 110% get this car, because like I said before, and many times I'll say in this review as we're going to wrap it up here, this diecast is going to dry up, and it's already drying up. So if you guys see it in stock, get it while you can. Otherwise, you're going to be SOL, and you'll have to pay $15 on the metal chassis version, which you can get at Circle B Diecast. Use the promo code OBBYT to get that free shipping on orders $20 and above. As this is going to wrap up the diecast review of JJ Yeley's 2021 Arrowhead Brass Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Rick Rare Racing. Comment, subscribe, and hopefully this car won't end up in a freaking wall after I'm done doing this review. Just kidding. Love you, Rick Rare Racing. Comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later on another diecast review.